Hey guys, it's Carl and I'm here with my tutorial on Runway Double Agent 36 strat. So the basis of this strat was Randy Bukima's old Double Agent 37 run. So we're going to watch that first and see how a base of this run works.
Let's go. Huh? Get to the plane! Get there! Get to the plane! What is it gonna be? 37.
Alright, so that run is pretty good, but it does have a few things that we do differently now that we have the 32 strat and other things like that. So the first major difference is right around here. Whenever he goes to throw to take out this first drone, he just looks straight up and throws, which is like, it's okay, like it works, like it obviously did here, but we have a slightly more consistent way of doing that now, and his battery throws a little bit. So he turns right to get the plane all the way in view, then a left to get it all the way out of view. And again, that works, but it's a little bit slow. But if you can get it to work for you, then by all means do it. Other than that, the run is basically the same as the strategy that I do. So this is basically just finding visual cues for this.
Huh? Get to the plane! Get there!
Alright, so next thing I want to do is watch my 37 that I got 2 days ago. So there's the little frame drop. Alright, so 37 seconds. The reason that this was not a, the reason that this wasn't 36 was because at the very beginning of my run, I had it stuck. Right there. So it sort of reminds me of a Hot Shots 34 untied. Perfect run. Would have been easy 36 without that stuck. So now I'm going to go over some visual cues, prime timings, and what can go wrong here. So I'm going to turn this down a little bit so it's not deafening. So I prime right at that first shadow to kill this guard. So this one right here. I start holding Z to prime. So I'm priming the grenade, and about a quarter way down the wall, I like to throw it at him. And it should explode right as it hits the floor or a little bit before. And I prime the second grenade right as I pass the barrel, and I start looking up. I get the grenade right about here on the mountain. And then I throw. Then for the next prime, I prime it a little bit before this line, like here. I think Grav primes it on the line, and I think Randy primes it about here, but I could be wrong on that. But just anywhere in this area, find what works for you, and just practice there. And then right around this area is when you flick the stick right, and then perform an R tap. Right, R tap. So that's the beginning of the level, and I'm going to go over it again after. So C completes. And then I prime the next grenade right as I start going down over this tip. So you hit the top as soon as you see yourself going down, you hold Z to prime. And then you're going to release the grenade right at the tip here. So that's when you're going to release the grenade. You throw it. So instead of releasing Z here, you press A to throw it. So you immediately start priming the next grenade that way. And the visual cue for this is this point right here. Let me see if I can get a better picture of it. Right about there. I try to get that point in the center of my screen, and then I throw it. So that should blow up that grenade, and you're already priming the next one. Wait for it to explode. I jerk right, look up, and R-tap. And that should blow up that drone. It was a pretty good throw. And then you just make a beeline to the plane. And then unless you have a stuck or a horrible boost ratio, that should be a 36. And 37. Right there. So things that can go wrong. So the first thing is obviously getting stuck at the beginning. That's just, it'll happen. You can choose to quit out or keep playing. Whatever. You can get boosted in this hut here. That'll just basically end your run because you'll get boosted behind the door. This guard here can boost you. Can give you a back boost. This guard here. And running down this stretch right here, you're going to get boosted a lot. Like, you're going to lose a lot of runs just going down this stretch because there's no real way to avoid backs here. So you just got to be prepared to lose a lot of runs to that. In addition, you can die on this last stretch. Like, running back like you're not safe. Like, there are 1 or 2 guards over here. It's a double agent, so they're pretty accurate, so they can shoot you, and they can't hit you enough. I have died coming back. So it is a little bit risky. Overall consistency of this strategy, more consistent than the 32 strat, only because there's 2 R-taps instead of 3. Still a bit finicky because R-taps just naturally are. What else is there? Basically, it's not like free points, but it's an easy point strategy. It shouldn't take you more than 10 hours max, I'd say, unless if you're very unlucky, which could happen. I mean, it's the way the game goes. You either get lucky with it or you don't. But hopefully this tutorial makes this strategy a little bit easier. I'm going to go over my run one more time in real time and just commentate over what I'm doing when. So I'm opening up the door, going through the hut. This is just usual stuff. I'm priming the grenade here. Release it. Priming, look up, release. Prime, jerk left, R-tab. Hold Z. Press A to throw it. Jerk right, R-tap. And then you run back to the plane. And there you go. So that's the basic tutorial on how to get Runway Double Agent 37, or 36 if you don't choke. But that's about it, so good luck to everybody. At the time of making this tutorial, only one person with 22, 22, 38, only one person needs to get a 36 or 37 to take tank off the leaderboards. So I hope that this strategy facilitates that. Again, good luck to everybody. And yeah, have fun.